Brisket's cute as always. This is at Bear Burger.
This is our goodbye beer. We're all packed up and about to get to the airport.
I brought a lot of books on this, and I did little polls that were fun for me because I was really nervous about going on this trip.
Why were you nervous?
I don't know. It was like a big international flight to Bulgaria. I'd never traveled there before. This is a niche White Lotus joke that won't matter in 30 years.
Oh yeah, this is you being mad at me for taking my shoes off.
Yeah,
Which you've realized since that you're wrong about.
I did it. To be fair, I did it, and it is more comfortable, but I still think it's inappropriate.
It's not inappropriate. Your feet expand on the plane.
Yeah, well, you know what? Agreed to disagree. I was shocked that I was in the unpopular opinion here. Anyway, this is us taking off. Classic airport wing video. This is cute where you're like all bundled up and you have earplugs in.
Trying to sleep, trying to adjust to the time zone.
Yeah. This goes too fast, but this is all of the drink vouchers that we had. I don't think I used all of those.
No.
This Paris layover was like a little extra. This is just more people commenting on the feet thing. So please, if you're watching this video in the future, let us know that you got this and watch the video and have an opinion on whether or not you can take your shoes off when you're on a flight. Do you remember this?
Yeah, the airport.
Your attention, please.
God, I was so tired while we were there.
We were freaking exhausted.
Oh, the Bulgaria air flight.
Okay, so this airplane is like from the 1980s, and it has no air conditioning. They didn't turn it on when we were there or when we landed, and there was like no amenities. And so
we got bottles of water.
Yeah, like tiny bottles of water. But regardless,
I think you can see it. I'm holding one there right
there. Anyway, this is part of the reason I was nervous is because I thought Bulgaria was going to be a lot less put together, I guess, governmentally than it was, which, you know, is probably like a little racist on my part anyway, but okay. And this is also what you see when you land, which looks very barren. I will say it does not look like you're going to a civilized country. And then it's welcome to Happy Bulgaria, which I did not realize was the brand of like a Chili's.
Yeah, it's Bulgaria Chili's, yeah.
I was like, what the fuck am I getting into? Anyway, and then you immediately met people.
Yeah, my old colleagues were right there in the airport.
The second we got out of customs.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Taxis are okay taxis. And then we stayed at this very fancy hotel.
The Sense Hotel, yeah.
Okay, no one cares about this, but I brought 8 books. Still haven't read half of those. Okay, so then we got there, and then the goal was to basically just stay awake the entire time?
And adjust, yeah. So we hung out, and then we went to the tour. We did the tour of Sophia, right?
Is that the next thing here?
I think so.
Oh, but no, I had fun because I was looking at all of the fun little stores that had different names.
Yeah, kinky, yeah.
And so if you don't know what these are polls on Instagram, and I did a whole bunch of them, so you're about to see a lot of them. Kinku in Cyrillic.
No, kinky, yeah.
Oh, they call it kinky? But
yeah, that's not Cyrillic.
No, but the Y is an U in Cyrillic.
Yeah, but you see the I and the N, those are Latin letters.
Okay, fine.
It's kinky.
Yeah, all right. Kinky is a convenience
just kinky,
store.
yeah.
Okay, fine. McDonald's is a sex shop. That's not true. But this is this... Okay, tell people what this is.
Oh, yeah, there's Vitoshka, which is named after the mountain that overlooks Sophia, and this is like their famous pedestrian street, so it's lined with stores and coffee shops and restaurants, and yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And we never got craft beer at that place.
Oh yeah.
This one was the most upsetting. Bimbo children's clothing. This is very true. And Michael was telling me that he didn't recognize that this was the thing until I pointed it out.
Yeah, it seemed normal to me until you were like, wait, I can smell the rose perfume everywhere. And I was like, oh yeah, I guess that is true.
I don't normally like the smell of roses, but they smelled pretty good when we were there.
Yeah, they do a good job.
Oh, this was the first meal we had.
Yeah, we went to Maiden Home.
This is good. This is very good.
Classic. You see that cat? Yeah.
This is my first Bulgarian beer.
Yeah, Pivo.
This was
So
good.
wild
Oh
beer.
my god, this maybe was one of the best things we ate.
The Tata Tour, yeah.
Yeah,
that
this was
had a good one.
so freaking delicious. Oh god, these eggplant tartines were also. This was a good first meal.
Yeah, we used to go to that restaurant a lot.
And then sad bear baiting that. Shakespeareans hate to learn it. Oh, not actually outlawed. Oh, upsetting more. I forgot about that. This was just a good bit after a beer, sleep deprived. Lime Scooters in Sophia. You're welcome for the free advertisement.
Oh, and here's the walking tour. Yeah.
Okay, wow. So we did a lot. Recorded a lot of insignificant things before we got to this. But what is this building? Can you tell people? Because I don't think I mentioned that later.
It's the National Palace of Justice, which is different from like their court. I actually don't know what they do in there. It's not the court building.
Future ambassador to Bulgaria. Okay. This is the coat of arms, which we'll see a whole bunch, but you'll notice on the top left, where the lion in the center, the Roman coin on the top left, the church on the right, the bath on the bottom the bottom right, and then the mountain on the left are all of the different seals, and you'll see that over and over again, which I thought was really cool. And then there's just like unbelievable amounts of ruins everywhere. This one's like in the middle of a subway station.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. Gorgeous. This is maybe one of my favorite things in Sophia.
Oh yeah, the statue of Saint Sophia that took over Lenin's statue that overlooked the city.
Yeah. Was apparently like very controversial and still is, because it's like a mixture of like pagan, Roman, and it's also like very sexual because you can like see her nipples, and so everyone's really pissed off about it.
Yeah, because the city actually wasn't named after the saints. It was named after the church, Hagia Sophia in Sofia, which is not named after the saint Sophia.
Which is just very confusing, which
Yes.
is just like such a good encapsulation of Bulgaria as a whole.
Yeah, it's true, because it's like a pretty cool statue in the end, you know?
Well, right, and it's also just like kind of deliberately confusing, where
Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
like, what?
Yeah.
Very on brand. A Turkish bath that was turned into a mosque. Old bathhouse turned into a museum.
Yeah, that we went to eventually.
We did, which you had never been to. Oh, and then what was the deal with this? It was just like magic sulfur water. It looks like I'm drooling in this.
It's yeah, it's a natural spring, and so like the water is sulfuric, and so it's like heavily like mineralized and naturally warm. But people fill up bottles at the fountain and bring it home and chill it and drink it. So yeah.
But I just drank it warm and just spittled it out right there.
Yeah, and people do that too. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's weird.
I
But
wasn't the only one.
yeah, the Parliament building.
It's good that I just got this new phone. I don't know if there's anything to say about this other than like these are all old communist buildings.
Yeah, they used to have so on the building we're looking at right now was a giant red star that we'll see when we go to the Socialist Art Museum later. And they told everyone in the city that the Red Star was made of ruby, but it was just like painted glass.
Yeah.
Which was
Get
like
to
like a typical like, you know,
an appropriate metaphor.
yeah, exactly for communism. Yeah.
This church was so cool. I'm sad we never like actually got to go inside of it.
Well, we did, but there was a service going
Yeah.
on when you were there. So
This is just hidden inside of a whole bunch of communist buildings. This like our tour guide whose sister. Ooh, I didn't mean to do that. Whose sister was like a former student of yours.
no, she just went to the school that I taught at.
No, okay. Well,
I didn't know her. Yeah.
we're his best friends. Okay. Blah.
Nevsky.
Now, okay, so you're going to see this again and again and again in a number of different pictures. This is just like the focal point of a lot of different things that we're looking at.
Yeah.
The focal point of the city, you would say?
No, it's just like a kind of like one of the treasures, one of the landmarks of Sophia in Bulgaria. Just beautiful cathedral built during like the post, Ottoman yoke period.
Okay. And then this is the less, the underwhelming building called St. Sophia Church, which is where the city actually gets its name.
Yep. Oh yeah, and then this is the.
This guy. I don't really know what.
And Michael says his eyes glow.
Yeah. What's the context with him?
Samuel, you'll actually give the context in a little bit.
Okay. All right. We'll leave it be then. Eco Pack. These are just like really cute. So I thought this was worth mentioning. First drink, Sputnik. This is just Hannah thinking that I'm like roasting Eco Pack and getting really defensive about it. Hi Hannah, I hope you watch this. And then they had the Dirty Classic, which you were so excited about. You remember this?
That's what it was called. Yeah, it was so good.
Okay. And so, I guess explain to people why this matters at all.
Well, basically, when you eat a Shopska salad, Shopska salad is tomato, cucumber, cheese, and generally you have rakia with that salad. And like rakia is like a very strong Bulgarian brandy. And so what makes this cocktail interesting is it's a cocktail made with that brandy, but they've sort of made this like drink where the mixer of the drink is like this cucumber based drink, and then on top of it is this sort of condensed tomato flavor and cucumber flavor as well. So it's very, very cool. It's like drinking a Shopska salad,
which you'll see plenty of as we continue to move forward. Okay, so we finished our day. I don't know where we're having this drink. Oh my god, this was so cute. Okay, so
the park,
they have all of these parks in Sophia, and like it's these big spanning parks, and then in the center of almost every single park, they have like a little like I don't know, pub almost, where you can get the like draft beer and these tsatsa, which are these like tiny little fried fish, which BB told me are called whitefish in London.
Oh, cool.
Whitefish? I think so. Anyway, delicious. And this was such a cute way to end our day, and like one of the most compelling reasons to maybe move to Bulgaria one day.
Very good.
Much better than I thought. And this was the same statue that I took a picture of at the beginning when I said Operation Saywake. This was right next to the hotel that we were going to.
Yep.
Okay, and then this is our first day after we've fallen asleep and we're trying to not be jet lagged. And this was the best banitsa that I had there.
Yeah, lebar, yeah.
Chlebar? Yeah.
Which means baker in Bulgarian.
Okay. This is a cork store.
Cork.
Nope. This is just another park littered with Roman ruins just everywhere. You can just go on up to. More ruins. I do touch this as you... There we go. This is in the center of the park. This is Nevsky again.
Oh, and he went in Nevsky.
Okay, so we're gonna get a little bit closer with Nevsky stuff.
You had to pay to take these videos.
Not on the outside, but
On the inside.
yeah, and you did. Feel like we should make some kind of soundtrack for this, like wah, 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 wah.
Very dark, very cool.
Wah, wah. It was beautiful. It really is beautiful.
Yeah, every surface is painted.
Yeah. It's very impressive. Kind of breathtaking. And didn't need this extra photo, I don't think.
No.
I love that this little lion just looks so painful.
Oh, wow, I missed that.
It's like underneath it all.
Does it say, 1877? So
Yeah.
after the Ottoman Empire.
Okay, I had to come back to our friend King Samuel here. Because I asked the story of this king, and it's so good that I wanted to share it. So apparently, King Samuel was leading the war for Bulgarian independence for like 50 years. And he had this huge army that went and was defeated. And as part of the defeat, the enemy blinded every member of the army except for one out of every 100. So there's one eye for every 100 soldiers, so that they could lead the way back to Bulgaria. And the legend has it that when he saw the troops come back, he died of a heart attack. But the best part is that the artist originally made this dude's eyes glow. 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 And this is Laurel.
Yeah, it was our first meeting with Laurel right after
Well,
the
tell
tour.
people who Laurel is.
Laurel's one of my best friends, and started at ACS the same year I did, and we lived in the same house together, separate apartments, but same building, and became friends, and the rest is history. So she's still there. She's basically fluent in Bulgarian, and now has a daughter that is learning English, Spanish, and Bulgarian all at once. It's going to be like a little superhero, just like her mom.
And what is her daughter's name?
Sophie.
Yeah. Named after the statue. Right.
Stop it.
And can you explain what these emojis mean?
Oh, Ghost Slam, yeah. Laurel and I kind of have this like joke that after I left ACS, we used to hang out so much together that sometimes she would like be walking around campus and turn to like, talk to me as if like, like amputees sometimes feel like that they still have like a what are you laughing at?
Just maybe we shouldn't have told this part of the story.
Okay, yeah, we can cut it out.
No, let's keep it in.
Sometimes amputees feel like they still have the arm or leg that they lost.
Oh no!
But it's actually gone, which is, I guess, kind of a saddening name. But also very clever, like Laurel, and and she meant it in a good-natured way.
Okay, so this is the like a thing that you just need to know, which is that the Bulgarians drink without any kind of like assumed preference. And so if you order a gin and tonic, they're bringing you this entire setup so that you can make it exactly to your liking.
And so you're getting the gin.
Yeah, I guess that's what the core of it is. But like this blew my mind, and I thought it was so freaking cool. Okay, and now we go to the Museum of Socialist Art. And here are a couple of different photos that I particularly like. This badass mother nursing. This was cute. Okay, this is
All the monuments.
all the monuments. And this is, like, we should say, like, outside of town. Substantially outside of town.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to get to.
And multiple of your friends said they didn't, like, ever go or want to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
They're just like good riddance, basically.
Except for Michael, good old socialist.
There's the Lenin.
So this, yeah, great. Man, I did such a good job with this Instagram.
Yeah.
This was the statue that was where Sophia, Saint Sophia is. Also, this is very creepy. Hey, Che.
Oh yeah, this was sad. There were 3 kittens there. They're very little.
This star is,
It's on the Parliament building, like I was saying before.
yes.
But they told everyone it was made of ruby, but it's not.
It's like the sonora part of like the, I don't know, the museum, but it's like, it's actually kind of a bummer that this is kind of cordoned away because it's really, really beautiful stuff. And then there's a metro in Sofia, which you've told me is the newest metro in Sofia.
In Bulgaria, in Europe. It used to be. I don't know if it still is, but it was. Yeah, it's very new.
Each one has a theme, but they're not like the best. Then we went into the grocery store.
Hit. Oh God, love Hit.
And I took a picture of Pringles for all my Shakespeare Windell friends.
It's where I used to get groceries when I lived at ACS.
Mm-hmm.
We were all so excited when we moved there because we were just like, oh my God, Sophia has everything compared to the smaller towns, which did not.
I got both of these
Disgusting.
Pringles. Yeah, they were both not great. I ate them though. High drama cigarette cartons. This is cute.
Yeah, ACS. Here it is.
Love it. You were like, oh, we'll be fine.
Hi. What's your name? What's your name?
Oh yeah, these were the dogs outside of Laurel's place.
Yeah, stray dogs that she feeds.
Yeah. So
Sophie,
chill.
The names of these dogs.
Sophie.
Okay, so this is
Oh, our old house. Yeah, it's where we lived.
when you were teaching there, yeah?
Yeah. I lived on that first floor there.
Great.
And Laura lived the apartment behind.
This is one of my favorite videos.
Okay, I'm gonna do it.
I think that was more for Michael than it was for Sophie. Oh my god.
I love Vodonicita. It's so good. I know it's like touristy, but it's also like good food.
Okay, well no, tell
Okay.
people what this plate oh my god.
Vodonicita means the water wheel, and it is on top of, well, not on top of Vitosha, but it's up high on the mountain in Vitosha, so it's like away
What is
from the city.
Vitosha?
The mountain that overlooks Sofia. And yeah, they have really good traditional Bulgarian food, and like oftentimes have like music and performers, but then also occasionally have the nestanari, which are Bulgarian firewalkers that dance and walk upon embers. And yeah, we had the opportunity to see them, which I've been there a whole bunch of times and actually never saw them do that before, so it was cool.
The food I remember being really good too.
Yeah, it's where I go get the mushrooms.
Dear Clarence, we prepare you for a whole roasted lamb and piglet on your previous choice. Just thought that was cute, I guess.
Mushrooms.
Oh, wow.
There's a specific mushroom section of the menu, which is why I love this place.
And I was covering with my thumb the fact that I said he was very proud of the mushroom selection there, which
Yeah.
I hope you just heard in his voice. It was very cute. He was very excited.
Shotgun.
Okay, so if you remember that cocktail that we showed you earlier, this is the equivalent of it. So just a cheesy cocktail with cucumbers and tomatoes.
Cheesy salad.
Yeah. Well, the cocktail was a cocktail.
Yeah.
This is it. I'm covered. This is me, I guess, eating the shotska?
Maybe you filmed your first one and you got the rakia.
Oh, with the rakia. This is like a very Bulgarian bite.
Yeah.
Mouthfeel. Michael was like, you have to get the rakia. Look at his eyes. Look how fucking excited he is, how determined he is with this mushroom.
They're so good. They're porcinis too. Very, very good mushrooms.
Okay, so when Michael and I first moved in together, there were these bread spices that he got, and I was like, "What are the?"
You kept trying to throw it out. Yeah.
I was like, "What the fuck is this? Are we ever going to use this?" And he was like, "No, they're bread spices. They're bread spices," which we still don't really use them, but we should now because it's like salt, oregano, and paprika. And it's just delicious
salt.
with
Yeah, it's good.
bread, and it's like at everything in Bulgaria.
Yeah, you just like dip the bread right in it. It's
yeah, so
good. Like that.
like this. It's pretty good. Oh yeah, this inappropriate bathroom decor in the men's room of this restaurant.
Yeah, it was a lot.
It was a lot. Okay, these are the fire dancers. I don't know if you're going to be able to see them super well. We'll let this play. Which you've already explained, the name of the restaurant.
On our way back, because we were far outside the city to do that.
Dead Little Simba. Oh, that's right. And we played.
Yeah, we turned on the folk music channel for a second. So it's very, very dramatic. This woman singing to the trees.
We went to the spa in the hotel the next morning, which is very nice. And then, so there you can see Nevsky in the background, which we had a view of from the breakfast place.
The rooftop bar, yeah.
This is one of the many statues that I fell in love with in Sophia.
It's a guy reading a book.
Okay, well, don't spoil it for these people.
Laurel.
And Laurel walk in. And then we had lunch in that Roman ruin park. And we got, I don't know, food and champagne, right? We just
Yeah.
hung out.
So you can just have park drinks whenever you want.
Yeah. Forget what the statue is, but cute. And then this
National
is the
Theater.
main theater right here, which unfortunately had this big cover in front of it. Otherwise, it's very impressive, but they have this gorgeous, it's just like a stunning park everywhere. These are the presidential guards, which we're going to watch like very slowly and kind of sloppily change the guard here in a little bit.
Wow.
And then one of my favorite things about being in Bulgaria was that like Michael and Laurel just hung out and like, I don't know, they just vibe really well together, and it's very cute and very fun. And I feel like Michael, I don't know, I feel like you get like a whole bunch more confidence when you're like around.
Yeah, maybe it's just like, it's like having a hype person.
Yeah. You need a hypester, and you're just like, yes, let's do it. I made him take this photo with the Bulgarian lions. The entire, Johnny Walker is just like everywhere you go in Bulgaria. Or in Sofia, I should say.
Yeah.
There's like a whole pub dedicated to him.
Yeah, hookah bar.
Yeah. Another deconstructed.
Rumi!
Okay,
Aw.
so tell people who Rumi is.
Rumi is another very good friend of mine. And basically, we became friends with her when she agreed to be the leader of our speech and debate project, which eventually became the Best Foundation. And she's just a wonderful human, and I'm so grateful to have her still in my life. And yeah, she's fantastic.
Everyone I've ever met has just gushed about her, and she was lovely to meet. And she gave me this little piece of paper, which I still keep in my wallet.
Yeah, sometimes when you get coffees, you get little notes with them in Bulgaria.
This is the kind of sloppy changing of the guard.
Why do you say it's sloppy?
Just wait.
Oh, okay.
That's why I call it sloppy.
Fair enough.
And can you believe they're in the European Union?
More ruins.
Yeah, this is like one of the cooler shots because it's like all under this open air. Okay, yeah, and we've already touched on this. So the Regional History Museum of Sophia, which we come back to. Oh, okay, yeah. And so apparently they are going to turn it back into a bathhouse.
Yeah.
One of them was telling us. Okay. So this is inside the museum. This is what old Bulgaria looks like. Coins. Old ancient devil. Old chariots.
Old royalty.
Old royalty. This old woman looking exhausted because how could you not be?
Crest.
The crest again. Okay, this was one of the coolest things that I've seen, and I want someone to buy it for me, and I still don't know what it is. I'm guessing it's like a thing that you stick pins in?
I don't know yet. It seemed like it's a desk thing. I thought it might hold like ink, maybe,
It's
or
fucking
like,
metal is what it is. Okay.
It is part of a desk.
Okay, the crest again. Cigarette holder. Gorgeous umbrella. Old Bulgarian woman who looks like somebody that I would just be such good friends with.
The point here was the jewelry, but yeah.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I think that's part of the jewelry exhibit.
She just looks like she's like, you want to go get a drink? Oh, yeah, this is the Operation Stay Awake statue. Yeah.
Old desk, yeah.
I want this desk. Also these sunglasses. Okay, and so then we went to Cosmos, which was a place that Rumi had recommended.
Yeah, very fancy space-themed restaurant, and they had a tasting menu, so we did that.
All right, so we may cut some of this, but here are pictures of food. And only 25% of you said that it was not obnoxious. So.
Oh, yeah, Rakia Mary, Bloody Mary with Rakia.
You really like this one,
That's
too.
good.
You wanted
Yeah.
me to make this for you.
Obviously love the porcini.
Yeah.
And polenta, too. Big fan.
Oh, ooh, I'm doing something wrong. Yeah, and it had, like, good Soviet vibes.
And so, like, if you go back here, this foreshadows some of the places that we check out later. Because these are both imagined photos of places in Bulgaria, things that we see later.
Wait, which ones are which?
So I think the top one...
Buzluja?
The top one, I think, yes, is him standing at Buzluja, and then this is the Fraternal Barrel Monument that we saw from the outside in Plovdiv.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I don't know if you realized that.
I didn't, no.
Yeah.
Bulgarian truffles.
Oh,
Rosemary.
this is so good, yeah. It's really good.
I don't, yeah. Okay.
The Tosha again.
Okay, so this is the main walkway again. And then you wanted to show me this, which was like very impressive and very cool.
National Palace of Culture, which was a project that the daughter of the Communist Party really advocated for. It's very cool.
A little piece of the Berlin Wall. Okay, and then this place was really cool.
Oh yeah, the apartment, right?
Yeah, tell people what this is.
So there's a bar basically that is literally, it's called the apartment, and it looks like an apartment, and you can just like go into whatever room you want to hang out, and if you want more drinks or snacks, you just go to the literal kitchen of the apartment and order them. And I used to go there a lot and grade papers and hang out and meet people. So yeah, it's a fun place.
Yeah, it was a really neat place. It was one of my faves that Michael took me to. Just a really good photo with a little pun because there's this butt behind him. And then we had a little nightcap in our hotel again, which had the same view of Nevsky, which was cute. And we were both, not both. You were pretty stressed out because this was actually pretty crowded, even with the open air.
Yeah.
Because if you're watching this in the future, this was in the height of COVID. Well, not height.
Like
This
kind of
summer.
like post Delta, so kind of a stressful time to travel.
Not as stressful, but
Yeah.
it's still stressful. This was somebody reading a book. Okay, banitsa breakfast. We basically just have banitsa every morning. This was just fine.
Yeah, this is a Sofijski banitsa, so kind of more traditional. I still like the hipster banitsa more.
Yeah, it's my favorite banitsa. Early morning nap. And Michael just skipped it. Okay, so now we're headed to rural Bulgaria.
Oh yeah, we got the van.
Okay, yeah.
Car.
Do you want to explain how we got this car?
Just a friend of a friend had an extra car, and so we got to borrow it for the week. And part of the reason why we did that is because if you do get a rental car in Bulgaria, the license plates look different, and so police notoriously pull over rental cars because they can kind of force unsuspecting people to pay traffic violations.
Well,
So-
let's see how that story goes moving forward. Okay, pause.